The enduring charm of old-fashioned Weigela, planting, care, and propagation. For years, the Weigela old-fashioned, Weigela Florida, has graced my garden with its vibrant blooms and unpretentious charm. This deciduous shrub, a native of Eastern Asia, boasts a delightful display of trumpet-shaped flowers in shades of pink, often returning for a second act later in the season. But beyond its undeniable beauty, old-fashioned Weigela offers a surprising resilience and ease of care, making it a perfect choice for gardeners of all experience levels. While some may be drawn to the newer, flashier Weigela cultivars, there's a certain magic to the old-fashioned variety. Its delicate blooms, often a softer pink than its modern counterparts, possess a vintage elegance that complements both traditional and contemporary gardens. This isn't to say there's no room for innovation. Weigela comes in a delightful array of colors and sizes, allowing you to create a personalized haven. But for those seeking a touch of nostalgia and effortless beauty, the old-fashioned Weigela remains a timeless treasure. While Weigela can be propagated through cuttings, more on that later, there's a certain satisfaction in nurturing a plant from seed. Here's what you need to know. Seeding. Timing is key. Old-fashioned Weigela seeds can be sown indoors anytime throughout the year. However, for outdoor planting, wait until the danger of frost has passed, typically in late spring or early summer in my neck of the woods. Prepare the seedbed. Fill a shallow tray or pot with a well-draining, sandy potting mix. Moisten the mixture lightly before sowing the seeds. Sowing the seeds, scatter the seeds thinly across the soil surface and gently press them down. Cover them with a thin layer of sand or grit, roughly the same depth as the seed itself. Germination magic. No need for artificial heat here. Simply place the seed tray in a cool, protected location and keep the soil consistently moist but not soggy. Germination typically occurs in the spring, regardless of when you sow the seeds. Patience is a virtue. It can take anywhere from a few weeks to a few months for your Weigela seeds to germinate. Once they sprout, provide them with good light, but not direct afternoon sun, and continue to keep the soil moist. How to care for Weigela old-fashioned. Once your seedlings have reached a manageable size, it's time to transplant them to their permanent home in the garden. Here's how. Choosing the perfect spot. Old-fashioned Weigela thrives in locations with full to partial sun. Opt for a spot with well-draining soil, as it doesn't tolerate soggy conditions. Amending clay-heavy soil with compost or other organic matter can improve drainage. Transplanting. Dig a hole 2 to 3 times wider than the root ball of your seedling and roughly the same depth. Carefully remove the seedling from its pot, gently teasing apart any tangled roots. Place the seedling in the hole and ensure the root crown sits level with the surrounding soil. Backfill the hole and tamp down the soil gently to remove air pockets. Watering. Water your newly planted Weigela thoroughly, ensuring the soil is soaked to a good depth. After that, consistent watering is key, especially during the first growing season. Aim to keep the soil evenly moist, but not soggy. As your Weigela matures, it will become more drought-tolerant. Feeding. While not strictly necessary, a light feeding with a balanced fertilizer in early spring can give your Weigela a boost. Opt for a slow-release fertilizer to avoid burning the roots. How to propagate Weigela old-fashioned. There's something deeply satisfying about multiplying your favorite plants. Here's how to propagate your old-fashioned Weigela through softwood cuttings. Timing is key. The ideal time for taking softwood cuttings is in late spring or early summer, just before the new growth hardens off. Prepare your tools. Use sharp, sterilized pruning shears to take 4 to 6 inch cuttings from the current year's growth. Aim for cuttings that have a few sets of leaves. Prepare the cuttings. Remove the lower leaves from your cuttings, leaving just the top 2 sets. Make a clean cut just below a leaf node at the base of the cutting. Potting up. Dip the base of each cutting in rooting hormone. Optional, but can improve success rates. Fill pots with a well-draining potting mix and plant the cuttings, ensuring at least one set of leaves remains above the soil surface. Water the cuttings thoroughly and place them in a location with indirect sunlight and high humidity. You can create a mini greenhouse effect by covering the pots with clear plastic wrap, but make sure to provide some ventilation to prevent rot. Patience is a virtue. Again, rooting can take several weeks. Keep the soil consistently moist and mist the leaves regularly to maintain humidity. Once new growth appears, you can gradually remove the plastic wrap and acclimate your cuttings to outdoor conditions. After a few weeks of hardening off, your new Weigela plants are ready to be transplanted to their permanent location in the garden. With a little planning and care, you can cultivate a thriving haven of old-fashioned Weigela in your own garden. These delightful shrubs offer a vibrant display of blooms, effortless beauty, and surprising resilience. Whether you choose to plant them from seed or propagate them through cuttings, these enduring treasures will reward you with years of enjoyment.